After my sister's lie, Dad kicked me out and sister said laughing, "Good luck, loser." I said okay and left, but they didn't know that in 3 days karma would be inevitable. I'm 24, and until a few months ago, I still lived with my dad and my younger sister, Chloe. Not because I was freeloading. I paid rent every month, covered my own bills, and worked full-time at a warehouse while taking online classes at night. The arrangement helped me save money for my own place. Chloe, meanwhile, barely worked at all. Dad never seemed to care. She was his little girl, even at 21. If she needed money, she got it. If she messed something up, someone else fixed it. I learned a long time ago not to argue about it. Everything blew up on a Thursday night. I came home after a double shift, tired and sweaty, and immediately knew something was wrong. Dad was standing in the kitchen with his arms crossed. Chloe sat at the table crying into her hands. Dad looked at me and said, "Where's the money?" I honestly thought he was joking. What money? My safe was cleaned out. My stomach dropped. Dad kept cash in a black safe in his bedroom closet. Nobody touched it ever. I didn't take anything. Chloe looked up at me with tears running down her face. "I saw you go into his room before work." The problem with that lie was simple. I'd already been at work before she even woke up most days. But Dad didn't care. He was already angry, already convinced. $15,000 was missing. I tried explaining the warehouse tracked our entry times and had cameras everywhere. Dad barely let me speak. "You're the only one here desperate enough to steal from me." That hit harder than getting accused. Then he told me to get out. Not tomorrow. Not after we talked. Right then, he started shoving my clothes into trash bags while Chloe stood near the hallway watching the whole thing. At one point, she actually smirked. When I dragged my bags outside, she laughed and said, "Good luck, loser." I just looked at her and said, "Okay, that was it." I slept in my car the first night behind a grocery store. The second night, my friend Marcus let me crash on his couch. Meanwhile, relatives started texting me nonstop. "How could you steal from your own father?" "You should apologize." Nobody asked if I actually did it. By Sunday morning, I was sitting in Marcus's apartment, scrolling mindlessly through my phone when something caught my eye. Chloe had posted photos from some expensive hotel downtown. Designer bags, jewelry, fancy dinners, champagne bottles. The caption said, "Healing era." I almost ignored it until I noticed something sitting beside the cash she was showing off. Dad's silver lighter. He'd carried that thing for years. I took screenshots immediately. Then I kept digging. Turns out Chloe spent the entire weekend partying with some guy named Trent. Every few hours, she posted another video or photo showing shopping trips, room service, or club tables covered in alcohol. And then she made a huge mistake. She uploaded a TikTok and deleted it 20 minutes later. Too late. I'd already saved it. In the background of the video, sitting open near the bed, was Dad's black safe. Clear as day. Monday morning, I drove straight to Dad's construction site. The second he saw me, he looked furious. "You got some nerve showing up here." I handed him a folder with printed screenshots, hotel photos, timestamps, pictures of the cash, the silver lighter. Then I showed him the saved TikTok. He watched the video twice without speaking. His face changed completely after the second time. Not angry anymore, just tired. Finally, he asked, "Where did you get this?" She posted it herself. For a few seconds, he just stood there staring at the papers. Then he quietly said, "Go home." I don't have one. He didn't answer. That night, my phone started blowing up. Dad, my aunt, even Chloe. I ignored everyone until Dad finally texted me one sentence. She admitted everything. Apparently, Chloe had racked up thousands in credit card debt and figured Dad would blame me automatically. According to Dad, she literally told him, "You always think Evan's the screw-up anyway." She'd already burned through most of the money in one weekend. Dad ended up pulling money from his retirement account to cover the loss. And Chloe? Dad threw her out the same way he threw me out. Trash bags by the front door. No defending her. No second chances. A week later, Dad came to Marcus's apartment wanting to talk. He looked older than I remembered. He kept apologizing, saying he made a mistake. I told him, "No, you made a choice." Then I handed him my old house key. I wasn't coming back. Last I heard, Chloe's been staying with different friends, while debt collectors keep calling her phone. Dad still texts me sometimes asking about work or classes. I answer once in a while. But things never really went back to normal after that. And honestly, I don't think they were ever normal to begin with.